Join me as I take on the challenge of trusting in God completely for a whole week, no matter what life throws my way. Having faith that God always has your back can be a powerful source of comfort and strength, especially during difficult times. Many people find solace in the idea that they are not alone, and that a higher power is guiding and supporting them every step of the way. Life can get really tough, and it's easy to feel overwhelmed and alone. You might be facing a serious health issue, struggling financially, or dealing with a broken relationship. In these moments, it's natural to wonder if God is really there for you, or if you're just on your own. You might feel like you're walking through a dark valley with no light in sight and no one to turn to. You start to question whether God is truly looking out for you, or if you're just a small, insignificant part of a huge, chaotic world. Your heart aches with doubt and fear, and you feel like you're barely holding on. In the midst of these struggles, it's common to feel like you're all alone, and that no one understands what you're going through. You might feel like you're crying out for help, but your cries are falling on deaf ears. You start to feel like you're losing your grip on faith, and that you're just going through the motions of your daily life without any real sense of purpose or direction. You're not alone in feeling this way. Many people have been where you are and have come out the other side with a deeper, stronger faith. They've learned to trust in God's goodness, even when things don't make sense, and to hold on to His promises, even when the road ahead seems uncertain. I've heard stories of people who have felt God's presence in the most unexpected ways. A kind word from a stranger, it's a beautiful sunset, or a warm cup of coffee on a cold morning. These small moments can be a powerful reminder that God is always with us, working behind the scenes to bring about good in our lives. For example, a friend of mine was going through a tough time and she felt like she was all alone. But then she started noticing these small coincidences. A song would come on the radio that spoke directly to her heart. Or she'd run into an old friend who offered her exactly the encouragement she needed. There are countless stories of people who have experienced God's presence and support in amazing ways. One woman I know was diagnosed with a serious illness, and she felt like her whole world was crashing down around her. But as she prayed and sought God's guidance, she started to feel a sense of peace that she could unexplain, a sense of knowing that everything was going to be okay. Even when the outcome was uncertain, she started to see God's hand at work in her life, guiding her to the right doctors and the right treatments, and giving her the strength she needed to get through each day. As she looked back on that experience, she realized that it was a turning point for her, a moment when she learned to trust in God's goodness. Even when things didn't make sense, she saw that God was not just a distant figure, but a loving Father who was intimately involved in her life, guiding her and supporting her every step of the way. This realization changed everything for her. It gave her a new sense of purpose and direction, and it helped her to navigate the challenges of life with more confidence and faith. This experience taught her that faith is not just about believing in God. It's about trusting in His goodness, even when things don't make sense. It's about knowing that He is always working behind the scenes, bringing about good in our lives, even when we can't see it. This is a profound insight that can change everything. It can give us the strength and the courage we need to face whatever challenges come our way, knowing that God is always with us, guiding and supporting us. The key point to remember is that God is always with us, supporting and guiding us, even when we can't see it. He is a loving Father who cares deeply about our lives and who wants to help us navigate the challenges we face. If you've been inspired by this message, I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. Share your own story of how you've experienced God's presence and support in your life, and don't forget to check out my other videos for more inspiring content.